This project actually started with the ending, the Corona glass shot you probably saw in my previous video. Today, let's see how the beginning came together. And if you missed that video, there is a link in my description. I didn't plan on shooting more, but after 2 of my jobs got cancelled, I suddenly had plenty of time on my hands. And since I had a bunch of empty bottles from the last setup, I decided to rebuild the set and give it a go. Here is me testing a few glycerin and water mixes until I find the right drip consistency. Then I picked out the best bottles, cleaned them out, I tape off the tops, sprayed the backs and add condensation. I made a few extra ones as a backup, knowing I'd probably have to restart the scene a few times. Once everything was ready, I swapped the empty bottles with the hero ones. It took a few tries to get the drip exactly as I wanted and also grabbing the beer, but eventually they both came together nicely in a single shot and I didn't have to compose multiple takes in post. This was shot with the Ursa G2 in 4K to let me add some camera movement in post. For stills, I used the 5DS. Light-wise, both setups were almost the same. I swapped the flashlight for the LEDs and made a few tweaks. The sunlight vibe stayed, the Fresnel lens as a main light, a flag to keep it off from the background, and a diffusion on the left side for fill. Also a second light behind it. Knowing a hand will come in and grab the bottle, the left side felt a bit empty, so I clamped together some leaves and added the third light for them and the background. Then adjust for f16, and to control the highlights from the Fresnel, I used the net flag. Later on, I added some cinefoil to cut even more light off from the bottle cap. To enhance the bottles, I used some custom reflectors, basically some foam board with some aluminium on top, and for extra brightness on the right side of the background, I used the fourth light. Now, here's the main difference between the sets. I used the fifth flash and an extra diffusion flag behind the camera to light the labels, and for the videos, I swapped that light for a mirror, and since the reflection was way too strong, I dialed it down with a quick spray. This is a polarizing filter I used on both sets, which really helped with the reflections, though it cost me about 1.5 stops of light. A few more adjustments, and I was ready to shoot the focus stack. The final image is stacking together about 100 shots, from the closest bottle all the way to the one in the back. Then I went for the individual drops, shooting each one at f16 and refocusing as I went. It's a slow grind, but that's how you nailed every detail. Well, one of them. I also considered adding a hand to match the video sequence, but in the end it just felt like too much, so I left it out. That's a wrap for this part. Next time, we'll jump into editing them both. See you there.